Okie dokie.
What's up, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning into the Queen's Lounge podcast. I am your homegirl, Shay. It has been a very, very long time since I brought to you a new video. July was super, super booked and super packed for me, but I have another interview for you today. I'm going to bring her in so she can introduce herself. Ma'am, please let the people know who you are.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing? My name is Cassandra. I am a hospice chaplain. So I'm Cassandra Simington, a seeing hospice chaplain, if you will.
Yes.
Hey.
I am super excited about this guest on today. I am semi familiar with what a chaplain is and what they do, but I don't know the full details. So it is an honor to have you on the show today to give us a little bit more information on what a chaplain is, what they do, a little detail, a little insight into what their job is, because it's not just sitting on the bedside waiting for someone to
Oh,
transition.
no.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Which is
no.
often what we hear. It's a lot more into it than that. So give us a little detail on first question is, what is a chaplain? Let's ask that first.
Okay,
For those of
well,
us who don't know.
they define chaplaincy as a lay person, a representative of a certain tradition that works
Mm-hmm.
in a secular institution.
Okay.
So we go outside our tradition, our religious affiliation, and we minister to everybody. So that's
Okay.
what a chaplain, they define a chaplain like that if you read it. But to me, I call us spiritual and professional reachers. We
Oh,
can
okay.
reach
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
We can
Yeah.
touch everybody. We transcend religious affiliations, biases, racism.
Yeah.
Chaplain is everything that you need us to be when you need us to be at all times.
I love that definition because it puts you not in a box.
Nope.
You know what I mean? It gets you outside of the norm. It gets you outside of the traditional religion based definition that we can oftentimes connect with a chaplain.
Yeah, that's
So
it.
that's
That's it.
awesome. I love that. So what inspired you or made you want to be a chaplain?
That question, I get asked that question a lot, and
Mm-hmm.
I have different answers all the time, but I really believe that I was called to be a
Yeah.
chaplain. I believe God answered my prayer when I said, where can I be best utilized in your hands to
Yeah.
reach as many people as possible and not lose my authenticity? Because
Love
you
that.
know me, I'm loud, I'm in your
Yeah.
face.
Big
Okay, God
personality.
showed
Big
me, yeah,
personality.
God showed
Yeah.
me where I can be best used in your hands and can reach the most people without losing who I am, but still
Yeah.
allow them to understand that you can use anybody. And so when I
Yes.
walk in a room, people really is like, yeah, I'm the true definition of God
Yeah.
can use anybody.
Yes. One thing I also love is the authenticity part because I feel like nowadays a lot of people want to see that more.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? A lot of people want to see more of the transparency,
Mm-hmm.
especially when it's related to Christianity or related to people of God or us, being followers of Christ. That they want to see more of that. I think it's a
Yeah.
lot. I think it's more important now than it has ever been before to see someone be so open and so
Mm-hmm.
transparent and not lose who they are, but still represent Christ in the best way.
And I mean, I've been like this. You've known me. I've known you
Yes.
your whole life. You've known
Yes,
me.
ma'am.
I've always been like this. Trust me,
Always been the same.
I
Always
can't
been
be
the same.
nobody else. I'm the
Yeah.
best me that there is. And
Yeah.
I simply enjoy the fact that I get to meet different people of all races, religious preference. Like I got patients that are Muslims,
Wow.
Baha'i, atheists. I
Wow.
got patients that are Christians, Pentecostal,
Uh-huh.
traditional Baptists. It doesn't matter. To me, they are family, and I'm there to serve a need. And whatever they need,
Absolutely.
and I try, and they tell me, they say, you are so approachable. I'm like, listen, I don't know no other way to be. I don't know
Yeah.
no way to be than me. I'm the
Yeah.
best me you're going to ever get. And
That's
I
it.
love to me, God has allowed me to be transparent with the me that
Mm-hmm.
God has allowed people to see. because a lot of times I don't look like your traditional chaplain.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
can count on my hand how many black women chaplains
Right. Right.
on my hand. And so now it because I love to be the trendsetter. It's okay. It's okay for people to say, "Oh my God, you a chaplain? What is a chaplain?" Then when I tell them what a chaplain is, then you have to tell them what they're not. A lot of
Yeah.
times people think, you say chaplain, oh Lord, my loved one's gonna die. You're gonna lay hands, they're gonna pray, and they're gonna transition.
Right. Right.
No, we're there to
Right.
walk on the journey, whatever that journey is. That's what we're there to do. So,
That's often awesome. And I'm glad that you gave a detailed definition like that because that's the way that I always saw a chaplain. Anytime that I would visit a loved one in a hospital, or anytime I would hear about, a family or a close friend transitioning into the next life, I always hear about a chaplain, pretty much praying for the family, letting the
mm-hmm.
family know that we're here, but your family member's getting ready to,
Right. Well,
transition.
we the last defense.
Exactly.
They think, and so, but
Right.
and it's so amazing because it doesn't even end after the family member transition.
Wow.
I follow the family 2 years after
Wow, that's awesome.
because it doesn't end when a family member dies. It just transfers,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And so I follow the family after my patient has transitioned because I need them to know that I'm not just there before they came on service, during service, but I'm also there after. And I think that that's the part that is the most powerful, to be able
Yeah.
to let them know that 6 months down the line, they're going to get a call from me, or they're going to get a flower, or they're going to get a card, or anything like that. And I think that that's powerful because a lot of times people do think that chaplaincy ends when your patient, with a patient or their family member leave, and it's not. That's actually, it really starts to begin because now we get to take care of the family.
Yeah.
All our attention is on the family, whereas it was on the patient and the family. But
Yeah.
now all our attention transfers to making sure the family are, the words that they use, grieving appropriately.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell people all the time, I don't know what grieving appropriately means, but
Yeah.
that's the lingo. You know,
Yeah.
I think it, to me, I believe that if it never gets better, it will get bearable.
Yeah. That's a good way to
And,
look at that.
and that's when I want to be able to be there and say, you smiled a little bit.
Yeah.
3 months ago, you wasn't smiling.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I believe that a chaplain job is so important. You have your doctors, you have your nurses, you have your social workers, and then you have a chaplain. We're all a part of the disciplinary team, as they call
Uh-huh.
it, IDT. We're all a part of the interdisciplinary team. And we come in so that we can help the holistic of the person.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times, and even if they're not religious, even if they're not spiritual, we can say one thing for sure: you gonna leave this body.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where you go afterwards, but while you're here and in this
Yeah.
body, I'm here with you, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
provide the best care that I can because I know what it's like to lose loved ones, especially your mom
Absolutely.
and your dad. And
Yes.
I want to be there, and I want to be that person. Maybe like you came in at a time that everything was upside down, that we didn't have no hope. And you came in, you provided that for us. And that's all. At the end of the day, if that's what they tell me I've done,
That's
I'm
it.
good.
That's good enough.
I'm
One
good.
thing that I like that you said, and one thing that just dawned on me and just popped in my mind, is that not only is the physical person transitioning, but the family is too.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that because it's hard to live with a family member for 30, 40, 50 years sometimes, depending
Mm-hmm.
on how old
Yes.
the child or, whoever is.
Mm-hmm.
And to go 50 years of having somebody in your life, in your corner, supporting you, pushing you, seeing them, talking to them, to just instantly go to not having them anymore,
Mm-hmm.
that is a that is a feeling that's undescribable,
Yes, it is.
especially if it is someone that's near and dear, like a mother or a father or a sibling or a
Yeah.
child.
Or a
So to
spouse.
have, yes, or a spouse. And so it's so important for a chaplain to be there in the corner of the person that is not only watching their family member transition, but is also going through a transition themselves from having a family member there to no longer having them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's so important. I'm so glad that we're having this conversation about a chaplain because it gave me a different perspective and it gave me more detail and more insight on what a chaplain actually does and who they actually are. So I'm so glad, and it just shows. It's just a testament to the type of person that you are because
Oh,
this is
well,
the perfect job for you. Like it really is.
well, I
This is the
appreciate
perfect job for
it.
you.
Thank you.
You are so welcome. Okay, so my next question would be: we know what a chaplain is not. What does a chaplain actually do? We know that they are not the type of person that just sits alongside the family member and just watch them
Mm-hmm.
transition, but they do a lot more than that.
Oh, well, I can tell you what I do. What I do is I've done dishes, I vacuumed, I've cleaned
Wow.
windows, I've walked dogs, I've
Wow.
let cats out, and I'm very allergic to them.
Oh,
But
wow.
I become all things to all men.
Yeah.
I think I tell people 3% of my job is praying.
Mm-hmm.
97% is everything else.
Wow.
I do it all. If a family member needs a release to go and have coffee,
Mm-hmm.
come in and I sit with their family member, and we can play dominoes,
Oh,
chess, whatever
yeah.
we want to. And I don't even know how to play chess, but I act like I do. You know, they end up telling me what moves to make.
Right.
But
Right.
I do. I do it all. I know that that's what I do, and a lot of times I tell people that chaplains are so much more than just person babysitters or
Yeah.
patient sitters. Um, we come in to fulfill a need because we are on a part of your journey that you didn't choose to be on.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a
That's
natural
so
part of the
true.
journey. You
That's
did
so
not,
true.
and so we need to be able to come in. And a lot of times people will call me and I won't say a word for an hour and a half and they'll just talk and cry. And that's all they need.
Yeah.
That's all they needed was for somebody just to listen. And majority of the time when I go in, I don't do no. People don't say let's pray. I pray before I go into one of my family members' house, and that's another thing. They are patients before I visit them, but the first time I meet them, after I meet them, they become family members. So I got about 1,000 family members.
That's a lot of family.
I go in, yes, yes, and I think God just shines His favor on me that He allows me
Yes.
to add a new family member every day to my life. And
Yeah.
so I just think that as long as you love what you do and you do it for the right reasons, God is going to smile on you. He's going to show you
Absolutely.
favor. And the job is easy. I know, like, I'm a hospice chaplain, which means my job, I used to be a hospital chaplain, but now my job is a lot different because the people that I encounter have been given a 6 month or less time to live.
Wow.
And so I'm coming in within that time frame.
Uh-huh.
So a lot of times people say that's not hard for you, and I'm like, no. To me, that's a humbling experience for them to accept you into their house, into
Yes.
that, into this journey, and I think it gives you a deeper respect for life
Yes, it does.
in general.
Absolutely.
You know, because a lot of times people, you're coming in to where they don't know what to do. We
Mm-hmm.
don't know what to do. We didn't know he had cancer. We didn't know she had cancer. We didn't know this was going to happen. We didn't know that was going to happen. What do we do?
Right.
As a chaplain, I'm not there to tell you what to do. I'm there to be with you while you learn how to
What
do
to do it, yeah.
what you need to do to
Yeah.
get to where you need to get to, no matter how long that takes. So it's not a time period. I tell people all the time, you stuck with me. That's my favorite line.
I
I
know
don't want
that's right.
you stuck with me. So if
Yeah.
you don't want to be stuck with me, and that gives them a sense of, okay, you ain't going nowhere.
Right.
So,
Right. Right. So what type of like educational background would one need to obtain to become a chaplain?
woo, whoa, that's a lot. Listen, like I said, and it's funny because when people, somebody had made this joke was like, oh, we can become a chaplain. That ain't hard. to do it. I'm like, well, baby, I don't know.
Okay. Because
You
if it
know,
was, I think a lot more people will probably be doing it.
right? Because
Yeah.
listen, you got to have. I have a master's in divinity. I have a
Wow.
master's in theology. I have 2 bachelors in theology. I've
Wow.
completed 4 units of clinical pastoral education
That's
that you
impressive.
have to have. And I've been doing chaplaincy, whether it's a hospital or hospice, maybe about 8, 9 years, 10 years.
Wow.
And so you have to have, you cannot,
Some
and then you
experience up under your belt.
endorsement.
Yeah.
Apostle and pastor endorsed me. You have to have
Yeah.
endorsement from your religious affiliation. You got to have clinical pastoral education, which means you have to go in and literally work for free for about 2 years.
Whoa, Lord. Now, everybody ain't doing that.
Yeah, and then
Everybody ain't doing that.
when you get into doing, then when you get to the advanced stages, they pay you, but
Yeah.
it's you have to love to do this. You have to want to do this. It's not easy. And I tell people when I tell people what kind of education I got, they like, oh. I said, oh, you thought I just had a high school diploma and I just jumped in?
Right, right. No, no, ma'am.
You got to have a certain amount of hours. I've worked 80 hours a week at a hospital.
Wow. That's a lot of
That's part
hours.
of your learning curve.
Woo!
You have to do paper. We're in school. You have to do
Right.
papers like verbatim stories, and you have to do. When I say this
It's
is like one of the
intense.
hardest things,
Yeah.
I asked God. I said, "Well, wait a minute, now you ain't
Right.
telling me." And he like,
Yeah.
"Had I told you, would you
Okay.
kept going?" You know what I'm saying? Sometimes
Right.
God can't tell us so because he know we'll be like, "Yeah, nah, that's a wrap."
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
like, So, I'm gonna give you what you need for the journey. Just know it's gonna be a journey.
Absolutely, it was to be able to have to go through all of that schooling to obtain a degree to be a chaplain. That's a lot of work. That's equivalent to like getting a doctorate or, you know, going to nursing school, becoming, some type of doctor. That's a lot
Mm-hmm.
of work.
Yes, it is. Because we are what I tell people, we spiritual doctors. We got this
Okay.
much education. We
Yeah.
deal in the spirit realm. So we need a
Yeah.
little bit more education. You know what I'm saying? We ain't
Yeah. Because I'm
you can
feeling like that's a lot.
you feeling like it's a lot.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is. It is a lot, but I promise you, I wouldn't trade it for the world because it not only gives me insight on what I'm doing, but it also shows me how to do it in a
Yeah.
professional and a more excellent way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't like to do stuff halfway do stuff. I want to make sure that I got everything I need to be able to do what God has called me to do. I serve a big God.
I
I
know that's
can't do
right.
things in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I
That's
can't
it.
do little stuff. God, like, listen, if I called you in all your glory,
Yeah.
when you walk in, I need you to know that you possess authority. And
That's right.
it's not just a knick-knack, paddywhack, get a dog a bone.
Yeah.
It's and I tell people all the time, I said, listen, I have been in more school and I'm going back to school to get my doctoral degree.
I
So,
know that's right.
so I might as well,
Yeah.
I'm already a spiritual doctor. I might as well add a doctor to my name.
I know
So,
that's right.
so yeah, so it's a lot. It's a lot, but you can do it if you love what
What
you
you
do.
do. Yeah.
And I love it. Went by super fast.
I bet it did. I
It
bet
went
it
by
did.
super fast, and I was just like, wow, I'm
Yeah.
I'm here. When I look back, I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, I did that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
that. And it's never too late. I'm in my 50s.
I know that's right.
It's
Period.
never too late. I be trying to tell people it's never too late. I'm in my 50s.
I know
You
that's
can do
right.
whatever you set your mind to do if you want to know what your purpose is here on earth.
That's it. That's it. And
So,
then there's a testament that you also flourish in whatever it is that not only do you love to do, but what God has really placed in you to do.
mm-hmm. And
Because it
I
doesn't feel
love it.
like a job, and then you do it so well when it is something that you are called to do.
Listen. Listen. I tell people,
Yes.
I gush when people say, oh, what you do? I'm a chaplain.
I know
Like,
that's
and
right.
they like, you a chaplain? I said, I'm a hospice chaplain. Let me add that
Yeah.
because
Okay.
what? Yeah. And I look, you do? Yeah. And I love it. That's not heavy. No, because I don't lean not to my own understanding, but in
I
all
know
my
that's
ways I
right.
acknowledge him. He give me strength. I
That's
pulled
it.
all my strength from me. I don't go in nowhere with in my own strength because I've been and came out in a straight jacket.
Okay.
But it's because of the grace of God.
That's
And
it.
he has allowed me, he gave it to me. This is a gift. This is a loaner. I have to give this loaner back. God gonna
That's
come
it.
one day to take it back. This is
Yeah.
he has loaned me this. And so he gonna say, what have you done? I want to hear, well done, thy good and faithful servant. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
it.
I want
Yeah.
to hear those words. I appreciate the applause. I appreciate the accolades people give me. But baby, what I
Yeah.
want to hear more than anything else is
Listen.
well done. You hear me? I want to
Yes.
know that I heard him tell me to do this, and I did it,
That's
regardless
it.
of what people say, how people treat me. Because baby, I done got a lot of doors slammed in my face. We
I
don't,
believe it. I
and
believe
I'm
it.
like, it's okay. It's okay. I don't listen. I don't take nothing from it. I don't take it to heart. Okay, I'll send somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I never want to hinder the move. I never want to
Right.
hinder somebody's being able to heal. So if
Yeah.
I can't do it, if you can't receive from me, I get you somebody because I got a lot of chaplain friends. I can help you out. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So I know
Yeah.
priests. You know, I got Catholic priest friends. I got
Wow.
ministry. Yeah, listen, I made me some good contact down here.
It's
Thank you,
like a
Jesus.
whole community over there.
It is of all different types: short,
Yeah.
tall, small,
Okay.
fair skin, light skin, African,
Right.
Chinese. Listen, I got a lot of family. I got a
I
lot of
know that's
family.
right. That's awesome. So my next question we kind of hit on a little bit, but one thing, and this the next question was going to be, who does a chaplain serve? And I know you mentioned not only the patient that's transitioning, but
Mm-hmm.
also the family. And one thing that I also love is oftentimes we feel just like a number,
Mm-hmm.
and I say that because when a doctor has wiped their hands, when they have given you the info that they're supposed to give to let you know what's next, when they
Mm-hmm.
let your family or inform your family on what the next steps are, you're pretty much done. They're
Mm-hmm.
you're just another patient who they told what they had to tell to, and
Yep.
that's it. They're moving on to the next patient. But to have a chaplain that's there from beginning and to follow for 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
that's serve. That's
Yeah.
that's serve on a whole nother level. Okay? That's serve on a
Listen.
whole nother level. That's like top shelf gourmet, VIP status.
Oh,
You know what I mean? To be
yeah.
able to, you know, be told this about your family member, having to figure out what it is that you're gonna do for funeral arrangements, where services are gonna be held,
Mm-hmm.
getting, paperwork and finances and all that stuff in order, and to then be pushed to the side after the fact.
Yeah.
To not be checked on, to not be called on, it's gotta be disheartening.
Yeah, and I think that that's the blessing in being a chaplain because doctors are limited in what they can do.
Correct.
And you know, they're there for the patient to serve the patient to either get them better or to tell them they're not getting better.
Mm-hmm.
So they're limited. Us, to me, I think chaplains, you take the limitations off of it because now we don't. Okay, we understand. We heard what you heard.
Yeah.
But now we're going to pick it up and we're going to move forward with you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I they become family members, and I look at it like this: how would I want somebody to help my family if I wasn't around?
Right.
How would I want somebody to serve my family if I wasn't around?
Mm-hmm.
I go in and I've done numerous funerals of my patients, and I probably could have just met them maybe 2 months ago. But because I see them and I talk to their family and I become personal with their family,
Yeah.
uh, because it's not just a job, I become personal with them. I want them to know that I'm here. And so I've done funerals. It's been funny because I've done funerals and I've been the only one that looked like me. of the whole
Wow.
funeral.
Yeah.
I've done funerals way down where cows come to the end of the road.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Like no civilization, just
no civilization, and it's only me there,
yeah.
right
Yeah.
on me, and for me to be able to comfort everybody in the room, not just the family, and for me to let them know that I'm here
Yeah.
and whatever you need, just call me. And I listen. My cell phone rings all the time because I give them my cell number. I don't give them just the office number. I'm like, listen,
Yeah.
because if you call the office at midnight, on
Right.
call is gonna answer it, and they'll give me the message, but it's not gonna be maybe until the next morning, or to be the
Correct.
person that's on call. But if you need me at
Yeah.
midnight
Yeah.
and you call my cell phone, I'm gonna answer and I'm gonna come and see about you if
That's
that's what
it.
it. Or I'm gonna sit with you while you're screaming and yelling and frustrated because this is what's going on. Oh my God, I can't deal with it. And I'm like, that's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
I'm here to help you in what you're in. I'm here to help carry what you're carrying. I
Yeah.
can't carry it for you, but I can help you carry it.
Right.
I
Right.
can't walk through it for you, but I can walk through it with you.
That's it.
You know, and that's I think that that's the power and the blessing of what a chaplain is and what
Hmm.
we can and what we can reach. That's why I call us professional and spiritual reachers.
Yeah, I love that.
We can reach. We are extensions. We can reach where doctors and nurses and everybody else can't reach. We can go into homes and sit and make funeral plans and hey, okay,
Yeah.
funeral, you know what I'm saying? So how do you guys want to okay, you guys can't make it right now. What do you need me to do?
Yeah.
You know, and so that's that's the blessing in it all. And again, I love what I do. I I really love the fact that God used little old me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like I'm important to God.
Yes.
You know what I'm
To give
saying?
me such an important job.
To
Yeah.
trust me to
Yeah.
do this.
Right.
I'm just like and at times I weep and I cry and it's not because I'm stressed out. It's just the fact that I am so grateful that
Yes.
he took somebody from Detroit, Michigan, didn't know anything about God or church,
Yeah.
and said, okay, I created you for this. This
Right.
right here.
Right.
Long time ago, when you was a twinkle in your mind, I created you for this. And
That's
so
it.
I tell people all the time, I say, that's why I smile. I mean, I everything could be going wrong. You hear me? Hell could be breaking loose. Do you understand?
Okay.
I say that on your podcast one day.
Yes.
It
Yes.
could be going everything. Storms are raging. I could not be feeling,
Yeah.
but somebody else is worse off than I am.
That's it. That's it.
Somebody is going through something so much worse than I am.
Worse. Yeah.
They was just told their family member got less than 2 weeks to live.
Yeah.
How dare I tell them I can't come sit with them because I got a headache?
Right.
How
Right.
dare I don't answer the phone because I'm going through.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm telling you, it's God has ever since I have become a chaplain, I have found the greatest. I want to say this right. It's the greatest part other than having my kids and my kids having my grandkids and being married to my husband. Let me say that. See, I gave them a shout out. See, I gave them a shout
Hey,
out.
family.
Hey, see, I gave them a shout out. It is the greatest passion
Yeah.
I could have ever dreamed. I wouldn't if you told me 15 years ago this is what I would be doing, or even the fact that I would be on your podcast,
Yeah.
I'd have been like, who? You know what I'm saying? Not me,
Yeah.
but God.
Yeah.
But God, and I am listen, when I say I am so grateful for everything that He has allowed me to be able to do and
Yes.
say, because I tell people all the time, God make me seem like I'm smart. When they ask me a question and I rattle off something, I'll be like, ooh,
That sounded good.
what's wrong? I'm like, well, God, you be making me seem like I'm smart. And then,
Right.
and I'm just like, that makes it all worthwhile.
Yeah.
Hey, you answered when I needed you to answer.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what I want God to say. You answered when
Yes.
you to answer.
Yes. So I got a question for you.
I might have
And
an answer.
the question I want to know is what's more important when it comes to being a chaplain? Your presence, being there, being able to serve, or the words that you say, the words that you speak to the family?
You know, I think both at different times.
Mm-hmm.
Some situations calls for silence,
Yeah.
but your presence.
Uh-huh.
Some situations calls for words over the phone.
Yeah.
So I think both of them are equally as important. And you just have to know what what to do. I remember
Yeah.
Apostle said, "You can't be fighting and you're supposed to be praying.
Right.
You
Right.
can't be praying and you're supposed to be fighting.
Right.
I can't be talking and I'm supposed to be listening.
Yeah. You got to know the difference.
You got to know the atmosphere you walking in on.
That's it. That's it.
And I think if you know the atmosphere that you're walking in on, you'll best serve what you need to do
Mm-hmm.
at the time you're giving. Because a lot of times they just want you, like yesterday, I was called in for a family who just wanted to see me, just
Yeah.
wanted my presence. And I went and I just stood there, I hugged everybody like I knew them. Hey,
Yeah.
I'm here, you know, and and then one of them wanted to talk. So I went for a walk with this person and I
Yeah.
let them talk, you know, and you will never know the right words to say.
Yeah. Especially in a situation like that.
You will never know. Even when I was at a hospital chaplain, uh, we can't fix anything. We're not there to fix anything.
Yeah.
And you're not there to try to get new members to attend your church. You
Right.
know,
That part.
you
That
got to, you
part.
know what I'm saying? Uh,
Yeah.
that's not what I'm in there for. I'm there to be in the moment with that person and their family.
Yeah.
And if being in the moment means for me to stand all the way back by the door or walk up and hold a hand and even shed a tear,
Yeah.
that's what I'm going to do because I want them to know that they matter and they're important. And at that particular moment, ain't nobody more important than them
Then
and their
them.
family,
That's it.
And so I survey the room. I try to check the atmosphere before I walk in because I'm not going to be walking in praying, laying hands on, you know what I'm saying, slapping
Yeah.
hands on people because that ain't what you're supposed to be doing in your church.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I go in and even as loud as my appearance is, I can go in and be a quiet spirit.
Yeah. That's good. That part. That's
I
real
can go
good.
in and just be
Yeah.
like, and just to know that, just for them to look over and know that I'm here, there. That's all they
Yeah.
need. Just to know that when my eyes is closed, I'm praying for them. I ain't got to
Yeah.
say no words. I'm praying for them when my eyes is closed. And that's what that I think to answer your question, I just why I love talking to family because we just go on and on. Come on, girl, we're
Yeah,
gonna
we
do
do.
this together.
Yeah, we do. We absolutely do. Okay, so you briefly talked about some of the challenges that it could be with being a chaplain. Some people aren't receptive. And it could be because of the moment, what it is
Mm-hmm.
that they're going through at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nothing personal.
Nope.
It's just what the issue is at the time. So what are some things that chaplains face? I know you even mentioned a couple times where people just slam the door in your face.
Yeah. I think one of the things is a lot of times people think that when you come in that you have the power to make everything go away.
Hmm. That's a
And
big misconception.
yeah, that that yeah, God works through me,
Yeah,
but it's in his time,
that's it.
you know. And so sometimes I think when you walk in and they automatically assume, okay, pray, pray. I had a lot of times people say, pray that they get better. Pray that they get better. Pray that God heals them. Pray this and pray that and pray this. And I'm careful about my prayers. I try to accommodate them, but I also try to use words of wisdom
Mm-hmm.
to let them know everything is in God's time.
Yeah.
I'm just a tool in his hand.
Yeah.
If it be thy will, like Jesus said, if it be thy will, let this cup pass. If it be thy will,
Yeah.
you know, and when you can pray like that, then they understand that you're human like them. Because
Mm-hmm.
now you're placing it back on who it goes to anyway. Because
Right.
if
Right.
thy will, if you choose, if this is what you want, can you, at the point of contact, while we're praying, when
Mm-hmm.
we're done, at the end of amen, before we open our, I think that a lot of times, a lot of people think that, and it's not just with chaplains, that transcends over to pastors and preachers.
Yeah.
When we walk in, they automatically assume, okay, you serve a God that can raise people from the dead. How come how come,
Well,
if you said he can heal, you said
well,
by his stripes,
come
we
on and
already
talk about it.
healed. Can
Come on
we,
and talk about it.
you know, and at times, it's how God wants to move and operate. And I tell people all the time, I'm not God. And you wouldn't want me to be, because
Right.
I'm funny acting sometimes.
Me
You know what I'm
too.
saying?
Me
You want me
too.
to be,
Yeah.
because I get mad at you, you ain't gonna exist no more. And that
Period.
ain't, I don't want to be like, what I'm saying? I'm glad I
Yeah.
ain't God. I tell people, hey, I am here to help you in whatever capacity you need, but I am limited into what I can do at certain times. Now, with the power of God, it takes the limitations off. Now, if this is
Yeah.
what I want to do, then He takes the limitations off of me.
Yeah.
But I am human, and I'm sorry about what you're going through.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want, I wouldn't wish this on anybody. I'm here for you. Uh, let's just pray a prayer of peace, peace of
Yeah.
mind. That God will give you the peace that will surpass all understanding. And with peace comes understanding. When you get understanding, then you'll understand why and what and who and how, and you won't differentiate the two. You won't put the two together. You won't get everything all jumbled up. I
Yeah.
just want to be a representation of who I serve without people believing that, okay, since he didn't do it, he can't do it.
Hmm.
Because he can do all things.
Absolutely.
So he can do it all if he chooses,
Absolutely.
you know. And so when I pray a prayer like that, when it comes to people thinking that, and I pray the prayer that I pray, and at the end of the prayer, I've had people come to me, thank you. Because now we understand,
Yeah.
that it's not you,
Yeah.
but it's who you serve.
That's it.
And then I tell him, I said, he can work through you just like he can work through me. All
Yeah.
God wants is a willing vessel,
That's
obedient.
it.
That's all
That's
he wants
it.
is obedient vessel. We can all be obedient. All he wants you to do is trust him when you can't trace
Yeah.
him. You got faith.
Yeah.
You got to have faith. You have to believe in what you say. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
can't go and believe and not believe in what I'm saying. I can't go
That's
to
it.
this family and talk to them and not believe in what I'm saying. Because now it ain't nothing but words.
Yeah. With
And
no
I
power
believe,
behind it.
listen, no weight on it.
Okay.
You a dead weight, no weight on it.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but anytime I speak, I want to make sure that my words got power and weight on it.
Absolutely.
So when it fall on you, whatever's on you gonna break off because it's heaviness.
I know
As
that's
heavy as
right.
my words gonna be, whatever
Yeah.
is on you, it's gonna
It's
weigh it
coming
down.
off.
Get off.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I want people to know that words have power, and that's why I'm
Absolutely.
very careful
Absolutely.
in what I say. And I want people to understand that chaplains, we serve a miracle worker, and at times we can do miracles through us, but and at times we understand our limitation. I understand that I am nothing but a vessel that God uses.
Yeah.
I don't try to go in and act like I'm God. I don't try to go in and try to take the place of God.
Yeah.
I don't try to do none of that. Cause then now you're gonna be trying to I can't do all that.
Okay. Okay.
I got enough trying to be Cassandra.
No. Okay. No, for real. For
Enough
real.
trying to be Cassandra, executive pastor, chaplain,
Listen.
mama, grandma,
Okay.
sister,
Wife.
friend,
Church member.
wife, church member.
Yeah.
I got enough. I ain't trying
Okay.
to add no more titles. I got
And that's
enough.
a lot of
Thank you.
stuff to try to juggle.
Right,
Okay.
I got
I'm
enough.
gonna need God to give me some balance.
Right.
Cause listen,
Right.
that's a lot going on. Okay, so my last question is do what kind of power does a chaplain have? And when I say power, has there ever been a situation where the family has given you permission to speak on their behalf?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we can speak if the family would like for us to speak on their behalf. We can pretty much a chaplain can pretty much do anything a pastor can do
Okay.
because you suppose what it is known that the majority of pastors are majority of chaplains are pastors,
Okay. Okay.
and so but a lot of pastors aren't chaplains. That's a whole new
Gotcha.
segue.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we can pretty much whatever they need us to do, run the funeral, talk to the doctors on their behalf.
Wow.
uh if they need for us, we do. When the funeral home comes, we sign the body away.
Wow.
If that's what the family wants us to do,
Uh-huh.
we go with them to the funeral home to if they say, okay, so what do you think about this,
Mm-hmm.
um if they want us to be the go-between. It's a lot of times that I've been the go-between one family member and another family member. They not talking,
Yeah. But they
but
need info to be
yeah, but they
sent.
talking to me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I'm the go-between.
Yeah.
And so, okay, so and so, okay, so and so,
Right. Right.
okay, what it sounds like is,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
what I'm getting from this is, and then
Right.
I
Right.
translate. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We
Yeah.
translators too. We
Okay.
we translators too. I say chaplains can do anything. They have us. When I say we yeah, the power we possess is crazy. But you
Yeah.
got to make sure that it don't causes you to have pride.
Yeah. That's good. That's good.
You know, yes, I possess power. Yes, I possess authority. Yes, I can do a lot of things that a lot of other um, field professionals can't do. But if it's not done with compassion and kindness and in wisdom, you
Yeah.
might as well not even do it. So yeah, we
Right.
could do pretty much. Yeah, I've done. When I say I've done pretty much everything, yeah, we got the power to pretty much do everything
That's awesome.
given to us from the families, or especially the families don't have a representative, somebody that's going to be able to talk on their behalf. They'll ask you, hey, they'll tell you what they want, and then you be able to go out and relay the message. So
That's awesome. It has been a pleasure and an honor all at the same time. Because listen, I have a newfound respect for chaplains. I have
well,
a newfound understanding of chaplains. And to know that there is a chaplain like you that is in the corner of these families that not only care about the person transitioning, but cares about the family and
mm-hmm.
truly cares
Yeah,
and takes serving to a whole nother level. To take
thank
serving to
you.
a whole nother level. And so I know that every family that you visit, I know that every household you step into, I know that every person that you come in contact with has definitely been blessed, not only by your presence, but definitely by what you have said to them.
Thank
And I know that
you.
they are going to carry that for the rest of them, for the rest of their lives. And it's not a coincidence that all they want to do is just be around you. You ain't got to say nothing.
Yeah,
I just need you to be here. Okay. So that's
yes,
and for as long as I've known you, and I've known you for years,
mm-hmm.
for as long as I've known you, you have always been the same. Always been the same. And so it is not by coincidence that you have a job title like a chaplain. Because it suits
Thank
you.
you.
You were so welcome. It definitely suits you. Is
Thank
there anything else you want to leave with the people? before we conclude our interview?
No, just love people, live your
Yeah,
life, be in the moment, don't take life for granted because
absolutely.
it's here one day and it could be gone the next.
Listen, just
Um,
like that.
yeah, and I want to give a shout out to Ascend Hospice. Whoop whoop.
Hey.
And just tell you thank you for having me. It has
Yes,
been
ma'am.
a pleasure. May everybody have
Absolutely.
a blessed day. That's it.
Absolutely. This will not be the first or last time I invite you
Okay.
on the podcast. I'm getting some things in order, switching some
Okay.
things around. I have a couple panels that I'm doing on some specific topics that I know you'll be perfect for. So this will not be the last time that you hear from me. And
Right.
listen, if you have not, you need to be following the Queen's Lounge podcast on
Yes.
facebook.com
That's right.
backslash the Queen's Lounge
Come
podcast.
on.
I am also
Right.
on wherever you listen to podcasts. Make sure you go and listen to this episode. Let's get them views up. Miss
Yes.
Simington, thank you so much for
Love
coming on.
you.
I really appreciate you. Have an amazing day, and I
You
will talk to
too.
you soon.
All right.
Yes, ma'am. Bye bye.